this thing for like 10 seconds. Let's see. Oh, Patty's two blinkers. I'm so sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm eating a piece of tiramisu. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm stopping now. Anyways, hi. Welcome back to Toke It Out. How are you guys? How was your week? How was your post 420? Is it amazing? How was your 422? Was it fabulous? I hope so. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. I really appreciate that. Some life updates for me. I went to a new Botox person, so if one eyebrow is higher than the other, yes, it is. Don't mention it. Don't be a jerk, okay? We're getting it fixed up in a couple weeks. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. So that's what I have to say about that. Life update for me. Okay, so listen, I think I've talked about my Botox person on here before. I really like her. But I recently started going to a dermatologist because I had like a little, what's it called? It's technically like skin cancer, but it's called basal cells or whatever. My mom's got a history of it. It like is genetic. So, I had to get it removed. And I just thought if I'm going to see somebody doing those kind of procedures, I wanted it to be in the same office as my dermatologist, if possible. And luckily there is this woman there named Gail who's been doing this for like 28 years. So I just decided to go to her just in case something weird happens with my skin. There's some kind of weird breakout. At least the records are all right there. So that's what I'm going to say about that. But anyways, yeah, my eyebrow might be a little bit higher than the other one. Okay, listen, that was the problem. The first time, if you don't remember, I'll put up the picture again if I can find it. And man, just the podcast where I always have animal hair on my lips. Gross. Fucking gross. But guess what, y'all? I found, you better believe it, the Guy Fieri, the Guy Fieri Waterloo beverage. Oh, hold on. I'm not very good at this. You guys already know. The Waterloo beverages. Sorry, audio listeners, you guys don't even fucking care that I'm showing these. But we do have these, and we're gonna try it probably a little bit later in the episode. I'm gonna wait till my dry mouth kicks in just a touch more. But the Waterloo Guy Fieri Flavortown. I'm always on the road to Flavortown. Listen, my life is a road trip to Flavortown. And I know a lot of fat jokes are about to happen and be like, yeah, we fucking know. Yeah, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I like to fucking eat delicious food, have delicious flavors. That is the spice of life. Literally, don't at me. Anyways, and by the way, these are fucking sparkling waters. So everybody should be able to have this, hopefully. I don't know, maybe if you are like my friend who just got their gallbladder out. Literally, my friend saw that I was listening to Brittany Broski's podcast. She got her gallbladder out, and then I hit up my friend. She's like, oh, by the way, I'm in the hospital like 20 minutes from you. I'm getting my gallbladder out. And I'm like, it's an epidemic. So hopefully she can still have these too, because I'm going to send her home with some. She's coming to visit. But we have the spiced mango sorbet. Here we go. I'm going to put it off camera. Sorry. Chaotic as always. We have the huckleberry cobbler, and then the Italian lemon ice. If you guys don't remember, that was our most anticipated of the month. So we are going to get into a couple of topics, and then hold on for all my here you go audio listeners. That's for you. Listen, that's for you. Dingle lingle. Look here, jingle jingle. I was at the dog park, and I'm goofy clumsy. I got a set done, and then I broke this pinky, and so she had to miss out on the new set, like new bluey set. So bummer, but go ahead, roast me more. I like to call it all out. I like to call it all out at the top of the episode. It's 6 minutes of me talking about not shit. If you're still here, wow. How am I trying to diplomatically say this? Every outfit I see a sex worker wear, I'm like, beautiful. I need that outfit. Where'd you get that? And it's always just some like bagged outfit. But in my heart of hearts, I'm like, gorgeous. Where'd you get that? Amazing. Where'd you get that? So I think in my past life, I may have dabbled in that work, you know? Maybe that's what I'd love to do. Oh my God, have you heard about past life regression? Maybe that's something we'll talk about. Let's talk about past life regression because part of me definitely thinks I was part of like some weird things back in the day and some like harsh traumas and whatever. So, and I don't know, is that because the cycle repeats itself? Who knows? Past life regression. But I've heard of other people doing this. My therapist even has done this, like swear. She's been like, oh yeah, no, I've done it. PLR, past life regression, is a therapeutic technique that uses hypnosis to help individuals recall and explore memories of past lives, often within the context of reincarnation beliefs. While proponents believe that PLR can provide insights into current life issues, resolve traumas, or offer a spiritual experience, it's not scientifically supported and is considered largely discredited by the medical community. Listen, I am with you there. Is it scientific? I don't know. I don't know if I would necessarily categorize this as scientific. I don't know. Reiki works for some people. I haven't done Reiki, so I just don't have a personal perspective. But Reiki has worked for some people. And it's just moving energy from what I understand. Like, so who's to say this hasn't? I love and have loved since I was like 12 years old, Holly Madison. Her show, her podcast, the fact that she lives in Vegas, my dream, very cool, love it. But she has done past life regression and she thinks it's good. I'm paraphrasing. She has said it has provided some insight to her life. So let's see. PLR involves guided hypnosis or deep relaxation techniques to help individuals access their subconscious mind and potentially recall memories of past lives. How it's used. Therapists often guide clients through visualizations, sensory experiences, and questions to help them explore their alleged past lives. So am I like in my like semi-conscious state? Am I in like a quote unquote, and like maybe this isn't the right word, but like dream world? Am I in this like, this kind of DMT fueled dream world, like REM type situation? I don't know. And I'm not saying that you are or you're not, but like it, obviously if you're in deep relaxation or hypnosis, your conscious mind isn't really in the driver's seat, right? So whatever, let's keep going. Potential benefits. Advocates suggest PLR can offer insights into current life, unresolved issues, and can even root the causes of certain emotional or physical problems. Okay, so like physical problems, what are we talking about? Like I can't read really well. Is that because in a past life I was kicked in the head by a horse? I don't know. I'm using me. I don't know. Like, have I been more susceptible to traumas than like the other people in my family because of, is that nature? Is that nurture? Is that past lives? Are we adding another? Sigmund Freud would go crazy on this, would go crazy with this for real. Is that who did nature and nurture? Am I like, okay, hold on. Who came up with it? Who came up with nature, nurture, like that theory? Sure wasn't Sigmund Freud at all. Okay, it was coined by English statistician Sir Francis Galton in the mid-1800s. Sir Francis Galton would go crazy over past life regression. Nurture, nature, past life regression. What's up? Oh, what's up? Also, Sigmund Freud, his psychoanalysis theories emphasize the importance of early childhood experiences and relationships in shaping personality and behavior. Totally a nurture kind of dude. That makes sense. He wanted to fuck his mom, nurture all the way. He doesn't care about nature. Gross. But anyways, okay. So past life regression, scientific validity. The medical community largely views PLR as unscientific and considers claims of recovered past life memories as either fantasies, delusions, or confabulations. Ooh, that's a fun word. Confabulations or false memories. I don't know. I was like, ooh. It was a fun word though. Confabulations, false memories. So false memories, is that like deja vu, where like something in my brain is released and it's supposed to be related to something else? Whereas sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm having this moment. It feels like I've lived this moment before. But I mean, like the fourth dimension real, and I'm not even trying to get like scientific, like there's a like the upside down type shit. I'm talking about like space and time being the fourth dimension, and how, I mean, even AI has kind of explained it. I've seen, excuse me, AI explaining it. I've seen one girl on TikTok talk to, AI, ChatGPT, whatever. And it just back and forth going like, it's like how the internet kind of always existed, but like we couldn't tap into it, but the ability to do that was always kind of there. We just had to harness that ability. It's like AI was kind of always there, but we had to harness the ability to use it, kind of thing. So, is that fourth dimension of space and time, of like things have like technically already happened and are going to happen at the same time, kind of like it's all kind of happening coincidingly. I don't know, talking about high thoughts on low-key topics. I'm getting like fourth dimension-y with it. This podcast has gotten out of control. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm like, okay, confabulations, false memories. Okay. So maybe confabulations aren't exactly deja vu, but that's kind of where I'm going with it. Whatever. False memories, maybe it's just like I think something like your brain will kind of fill in the gaps. Like if you black out, your brain will kind of fill in the gaps of what has happened a little bit. And not if you like black out from like, you're roofied or whatever, like you're drinking too much, you're just whatever. But like in like trauma events, isn't it a thing where like if you kind of black out during it, your brain kind of does that to protect you, but you can kind of put those pieces back together? Is that what it is? But those things really did happen. I don't know. False memories. We're talking about your brain automatically wants to finish the story. So like false memories, confabulations. So it's like people who claim to have been an eyewitness to a crime, and then they're describing the person they saw committing the crime, and they kind of do it correctly, but they misremember some things because their brain's kind of filling in those gaps of like their, missed memory of it. Is that it? Hello? I don't know. And then fantasies, delusions. I mean, delusions feels like you have to be in such a different state of being to be having like delusions. Like, I mean, you're making up your life. Like, and I mean, are they comforting delusions? Like, live your life. If these are delusions that like, if you want to be like, in my past life, I was a 1940s movie star. Amazing. If that's going to help you heal, live your healed life, having that delusion or whatever. Fantasies, I guess, like, that's what I'm thinking. Like your fantasies, like your dream state, your pure imagination, your subconscious's, projection of whatever you're thinking, whatever state you're in, whatever you want to be thinking about, If I watch Hocus Pocus enough times and then I do one of these, am I going to think I'm a Sanderson sister in a past life? Like, I mean, I have no idea. So, and I'm not saying that there's anything, like, I still want to do it. Like, make no mistake. I am very aware that this may not be real. Does not mean I don't want to do it. I certainly want to do it, 100%. So, ethical considerations. Okay. The use of hypnosis and suggestive questioning in PLR raises concerns about the potential for inducing false memories or misinterpreting subjective experiences. That feels like a doctor's thing. You know what I mean? That feels like I have a bad doctor who's like being shitty, rather than I have somebody who genuinely believes in this and wants to help me. And obviously they're going to sell it to you like they're that person regardless, because what kind of marketing technique are they going to, nobody's going to be like, oh, just kidding. It's actually, fuck you. This was all fake. I billed your insurance, or I cashed your check, whatever. Certainly everybody's going to tell you that they're this person, but hopefully and truly that they are. Same with Reiki. I mean, I'm sure that there's enough people out there who have like, done acid a handful of times and got their yoga certification, said, yeah, it's probably the next step. And then there's probably another percentage of it that are like, no, this has helped me, or I've seen it help people, and I'd like to help people in this way, and this is where I want to go with it. And I don't mean to pick on Reiki. I'm only saying that because I know it's such a controversial practice of like healing for people. And if it heals you, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I could really get high key topics with this. I just read a news article about something that's going on in our political climate, and I just like I cannot stress this enough to you guys. If you are dealing with mental health, addiction, suicidal thoughts, things that are super high key, there is more than one way to heal from it. You may be trying to heal one way and it may not be working. And I want to let you know there is other alternatives to healing. You do not have to follow one set traditional path of healing to be healed. Granted, I'm not saying that the path that you're trying isn't the only way, and I'm not saying that you haven't tried a million paths already, but I'm saying that there is 1,000,001 to try, For real. Sorry if that's a little high key for you guys. Okay, so next let's get back into it fun. Sorry. So this really started off with me saying that I love sex worker wear. Like any sex worker wear, I'm like, yes, girl, that's so fucking beautiful. Hey, are you guys loving the trend of just like showing a scene of something that you really enjoy, even if it's super mundane, with the caption that says, almost forgot that this was the whole point. And it's like, there's somebody's that like eating a Costco hot dog, or they're playing fetch with their dog, or they're feeding their fish, or they're making a peanut butter and jelly. I don't know why these are all pet and food related, not really sure. So my recommendation of the week is for you guys to find your almost forgot this was the whole point. Like, definitely the weather's changing, get back out there. The transition periods can be hard for some people, I know, but we're getting into so much more brightness and sun and vitamin D and all that. So I hope that you will all take this opportunity this week to just look at the transition into spring and the soon transition into summer as well, and find your almost forgot this was the whole point. So I had my moment where my cat was laying on my chest, and I was like, yeah, that's the whole point. That's it for me. I've been holding back. I've literally been holding back this entire episode talking about this. If you have not seen Sinners yet, I need you to go ahead, close this podcast right now. You don't need to listen a second to this podcast longer. You need to go out and see Sinners. You need to go watch Michael B. Jordan play fucking petition for Michael B. Jordan to be playing twins in every single movie that he's in, purely so that he always has the most screen time. He's never not on screen. Love it. And obviously there's plenty of scenes in this movie without him in it, but I'm like, I know you can see the chills, whatever. It was so, how do I say this? Fire? Incredible? I don't know. It's 2 hours and 17 minutes. Okay. I don't know how we got from past life regression to Sinners. But talking about past life regression, talking about your never-ending life, I knew it was going to be a vampire movie. So going into it, I was like, bet, I know that this is going to be a vampire movie. 2 hours and 17 minutes this movie is. The first hour, no vampires. The first full hour, you don't see vampires. And I thought I was going to be mad about it. And I wasn't. At the end of that hour, I kind of was like, where's the vampire? Oh, and then that was kind of it. The story of it is impeccable. 2 hours, 17 minutes. I was entertained every single second of this movie. Not only that, I needed more. I wanted more story. I wanted the story to go on. I wanted to know more about this world and these characters and the vampires of it all, because it very much centers on, not the vampire clan. It very much centers on who's being attacked this one night. Man, like, we could have gone on about the vampires. We could have gone on about the past of this town. We could have gone, there could have been so much more to be told. but it was beautifully done. And there was a lot of music in it. And I thought also, I was like, I am not one for a musical break in a movie. Unless we're doing a musical and I'm expecting this to like add to the story and kind of like tell the story within the music. I was like, I'm not really this music was so good. And it was well done. It was well placed. It wasn't like, okay, let's break into like it was well placed. Except maybe the vampire song. The vampires, when they started singing, I kind of was like, what the fuck are they doing? But also it made sense for how cocky they were. I want to tell you guys, Rotten Tomatoes has given this movie a 98% audience or tomato meter, 97% audience score. That's awesome. This movie I went to go see it at the drive-in. They were definitely not gonna ever double feature this movie. I've never seen the drive-in so packed on a Wednesday evening. On a Wednesday evening, we're probably 25 cars in this bitch. I'm like, you're joking. It's a good movie. Would I go see it again? Yes. Do you want to go see Sinners? Hit my line, because I will go see it with you. Michael B. Jordan is so fucking beautiful. I'm like staring at, okay, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Okay. Next movie we're seeing is Until Dawn. Very much excited for that one as well. Might be my most anticipated of next month. Actually, no, it's not. I already know what it's going to be. But this is also my recommendation of the week. This was really going to be my recommendation. I wrote it in my notes, recommendation of the week. Go see Sinners, all caps, 5 exclamation points. So, okay, go see it. Go see it. Okay. So I said that. We talked about it. It was amazing. I wish I could tell you guys more about it, but it really is, you have to see it. And it's not like a Lord of the Rings, like, oh, you just have to see it to experience it. But like, I'm going to tell you the story and it's not going to be nearly as beautiful as they're going to tell you it. Hey, that dude who said like, measure here and then bring your, whatever. And if it's longer than 3 inches, whatever, if it's long, hey, I guess I'm supposed to have long hair. So crashing out about cutting my hair feels appropriate. Feels extremely appropriate. I wasn't supposed to cut it. According to this guy, I mean, whatever. I wanted to cut it and that's totally fine. But we are in grow out process. We are in get extendos process, but we're going into summer and extendos in summer is a bad idea. So hey, are you supposed to have long or short hair? Let me know. Cause what the fuck? What the fuck? I don't know. I'll tag the creator of that guy that is doing it. But if you haven't seen it, okay, I'm like being so vague about it. So if you haven't seen, it's some like TikTok video going around, obviously, and people are taking a pen and you're supposed to measure from like right above your ear hole, and like measure, and then you're supposed to do it with pens, and then take your chin and bring it across, and whatever point is met there is like what you're supposed to measure. Yeah. I was gonna make a joke and I won't. But it's supposed to be whatever it is. And if it's like 3 inches or shorter, you're supposed to have short hair. And if it's 3 inches or longer, you're supposed to have long hair. Mine was like 4 inches long. So I was like, okay, great. So my crash out about my hair, super valid, super okay. Makes sense. It's going to be okay. Don't worry, guys. I'm not upset. It just hurts really deeply in my soul. Love my hairdresser. We'll be going back to her. It was not her fault. I made her do it. And honestly, to get rid of all the like bleh on the ends, kind of felt good. But now it is back to it. Back to it. I'm not sure what that is at all. Okay, so the Pope died, right? We're going to talk about this and then we'll do the Waterloo taste test. So if you don't want to hear about the Pope exploding, go ahead and skip it. But did you know in 1958, the Pope's body while lying in state exploded? The Pope's body while lying in state exploded. Did you know that? Did you? Because I did. We're going to look that up really quick. I have not looked it up since I heard that fact and watched like one TikTok video about it. Dude, I bet you it's just like gone from history. The Pope died. The Pope's body lies in state for public viewing at the Vatican at St. Peter's Basilica. It says for 3 days. Okay, everywhere I'm seeing it says Pope Francis will lie in state in a wooden coffin for 3 days. Why do I feel like it was which Pope? The Pope is usually buried in 3 coffins? What? But Pope Francis wasn't. Here's why. Pope Francis was not laid to rest in the customary 3 coffins that was used for pontifices for centuries. Why are popes the Pope is traditionally buried in 3 coffins. Did not know this. We'll talk about the Pope exploding in 1 second, the past Pope, not Pope Francis. But the Pope's remains dressed in a white cassock, symbolizing purity, are moved from the private Papa Chapel where the Camberlingo or Chief Cardinal, these are made up words. Every word's made up. Chief Cardinal oversees the death certificate. Why 3 coffins instead of 1? Traditionally, the Pope's burial includes 3 nestled coffins, each in its own material, purpose, and symbolization, according to Vatican News. The inner cypress coffin, symbolizing humility, holds the Pope's body and personal items. The middle coffin, made of lead, preserving the body and secures the important documents. And the outer coffin, crafted of elk or ohm, ensures durability, symbolizing strength and honors the Pope's dignity. Well, I guess you don't want, once, nuclear war happens, you don't want people, like, raiding the Pope's coffin. So I get it. I get it. I guess people saw what we did to the Egyptian, like, pyramids and said, not our Pope. Not our popes. Thank you. This has always been the tradition. In the book, The Death of Popes, papal historian Wendy J. Redon writes the tradition of using 3 coffins dates back to the 14th century and continued through Pope Benedict the something. I'm not about to read all that. What is that? The 16th? Yeah. Funeral in 2023. In 2024, Pope Francis simplified funeral rites in the ordained something opted for a single zinc-lined wooden coffin. Okay, yeah, because it probably is like, this is a waste of resources and stuff. He's probably like, I'm not the Pope anymore. Like, I'm dead, y'all. Good for Pope Francis. That is awesome. So, according to Lauren the Mortician, and I'm paraphrasing, so please go watch her video. I'll link it below about the Pope exploding. But in 1958, the Pope died. And they used to embalm the Pope, obviously, because there's public viewing. And you need to mitigate some of that decomposition at some point, at least in the beginning. So, for viewing. So, I'm not laughing, you guys. So you obviously need to embalm the body to some degree for public viewing, especially for 3 days of public viewing, just sitting out in the open 24/7. So I don't know if it's 24/7, actually. I don't know if there's like visiting hours for the Pope's body. It feels like those 3 days would be so significantly holy that not holy, but so significant to the Catholic Church that what if I arrive? What if I'm German and I have to come see Pope Francis before I'm a devout Catholic, whatever. I arrive at 3 a.m, the morning before they're going to close it. What if I need to see the Pope's body? What if I need to see the Pope's body? What if I need to see the Pope's body at 3 a.m.? Maybe I do. You don't know that. Okay. But so back in the day, they used to obviously have to embalm the body, and they used to use, and it's a very secretive process from what I understand. It's very secretive. And the cardinals or some medical cardinals, whatever, used to do it. Something obviously went horribly, horribly wrong in 1958. And alternative embalming led to a grotesque sight. So Pope Francis, this is Pope Francis who recently died. Ahead of lying in state, Pope Francis's body, underwent a temporary embalming process known as thanatopraxy, with the goal of a more serene and natural appearance of the deceased that lasts up to 10 days. This method of preservation was adopted after an unexpected incident involving the embalming of Pope Pius XII. This is according to people.com. Pope Pius XII had stated that upon his death, he wanted to be preserved in a different manner than was standard in the centuries prior. A typical embalming process at that time would involve removing organs from the body, and in the Pope's case, preserving them in jars. That is so like Cleopatra King Tut shit. Like that is so Egyptian. That is so preserving them in jars. Like, I mean, what for what? Is he buried with them? Weird. However, Pius told the physician, doctor, that he wanted his body to be preserved without removing his internal organs. Hey, what? That's not how embalming's done, if you guys didn't know. Pius XII was externally preserved using oils and resins before being wrapped in cellophane. A system believed to be used with cloth on Jesus Christ. Were they getting cellophane to preserve the body of Jesus Christ? What are you talking about? Where do you think they got cellophane? What are you talking about? Cellophane? What the fuck is cellophane? Am I stupid? Cellophane noodles? Oh, so I'm stupid. Okay, what the fuck ever. Okay. What was not accounted for, however, is that Pius XII died at the papal summer estate. There was a procession to Rome where he was set to lie in state. Okay, this is 1958. The intense heat sped up the decomposition and putrefaction process on the lightly embalmed body. The body effectively exploded from the gases within the fourth day lying in state. His nose and fingers then fell off, prompting ending to the public viewing. Only after then, not only did his body visibly start decomposing, but it did so before a crowd of faithful mourners who were horrified by the sight. Members of a Swiss guard became sick and even fainted as the stench traveled. Whew. It looks like Thea Butler, professor of religious studies at the University of Pennsylvania, tells people that the moment marked a turning point for the church, which wanted to go to great lengths to make sure this would not ever happen again. Yeah, no shit. Are you kidding? Splody Pope. That's horrible. That's scary. So, we didn't get to a lot of my topics, again, mostly because I talked a shitload at the top of this episode, but you better believe we are going to do the Waterloo taste test because it is the end of April, and we have been anticipating these all month, and I'm going to give you, I have not tried these yet, so I'm going to give you my very first reactions. Whether or not I say I like them or not, top of this, I want to let you guys know, go out and try them, because my taste buds are not your taste buds. So if I say that this is gross or something, it's totally fine. You still may think it's amazing. Okay? Audio listeners, this one's for you. Okay, here it is. Again, this is the spiced mango sorbet. Oh, just a lot of carbonation. I like it. The flavor's so faint. Actually, it's really delicious. The spiced mango sorbet. I'm going to rate them at the end because I want to make sure I'm like comparing effectively. But I mean, if we're talking, hold on. Because the spiced is not spicy. It's not like obviously like a cinnamon spice, like spiced mango sorbet. They're talking about tahin and mango, clearly is the spice here. But the tahin is so flavorful and not spicy hot temperature spicy. It's extremely it's extremely flavorful. It's very good. It's very good. I don't know. We'll do tops, but I'll rate them after this one. Here you go, audio listeners again. Skirt. Dude, this mic may have cut out a bunch. Okay. This one is the Italian lemon ice. I should love this because I grew up having Italian lemon ice from a Italian bakery right around the corner from my house. Shout out Vito's Bakery for always having the best Italian ice in Michigan. I don't live near it now, so good luck to you. That one's a free for all. That's a freebie for you guys locals. The Italian lemon ice. I wish it was a little sweeter, but I understand why they're not doing it sweeter. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wish it was a little bit more like ice creamy because Italian lemon ice is like a creamy lemon kind of icy flavor. It's not really like a like lemonade lemon. It's a like lemon and sweetened condensed milk type situation. I like it, but like I feel like limoncello LaCroix is more Italian lemon ice than this. So, all right. So gonna be my least favorite actually so far, which, hey, means I'm not biased, because if I grew up with that and it's my least favorite, maybe I'm just a harsh critic too. But if you like the limoncello LaCroix, you'll like that. This, imagine like the limoncello LaCroix, but it's not as creamy, because there's obviously like lemon LaCroix and then there's limoncello LaCroix, whatever. Everybody's trying to be something new. All right, so this one I'm most excited and least hopeful for, because the Huckleberry Cobbler, whoa, that burp was like that guy who tries to chug the sparkling water. He's like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then he turns around. He hits the garage door. It's me, bitch. Huckleberry Cobbler. I want the cobbler part to be strong, but I don't know. Audio listeners, one more time. Dude, I think the mic cuts out because it's too loud. I'm sorry. I think I fucked it all up. So, audio listeners, nobody could hear this because it cut out. Oh, it smells like shit. I literally can smell it from here. That's why I smelled it. I didn't smell it in the others. The spiced mango is fucking good, dude. The fuck is a huckleberry anyways? All right, last time. Oh, no. Okay, but it's not giving cobbler, it's giving pie filling. Like, it's not, there is no like graham crackery cobbler-esque to this. It is only pie filling. It is only pie filling. And like, it's like sweet, but guys, my eyebrows, I can't get over this. This is fucking crazy. I'm gonna have this lady fix this before like lift this up, ho. Okay. See, I can like hold it like that. Like, hey, welcome back to Toke It Out. All right, I'm getting distracted. But no, it's giving like, it's sweet, but it's sweet like I wanted the Italian lemon ice to be sweet. It's sweet like it's, if you like wild berry flavored things and wild berry flavored drinks and sparkling waters and stuff, you will like Huckleberry Cobbler. Likely, but don't expect, it's the coolest can too. I really like the colors. But like expect like wild berry pie filling flavor is basically what this is. The Italian lemon ice, super good, but it's, okay, that's usually what I put the thing. It's super good, but it's basically like, depending on the cost of both, you might be better getting limoncello if that's your vibe, like LaCroix. And then lastly, the spiced mango, excuse me. Okay, not sure where the camera is. The spiced mango sorbet. Go ahead, get you a case of this. Get you 3 cases of this, because this, fire. This is really good. We anticipated it literally all month, but here we are. Whatever day this is coming out, the 30th, the fucking 28th, I don't know. But we waited, and it was worth the wait. So definitely go get one of these. That is so delicious. I also recently tried the zero sugar Mountain Dew, like citrus Baja Blast or whatever. Like I don't know. I'll try it again a couple different ways, and I'll give you that suggestion next week. Chill out now. But yeah, I'll give you that suggestion next week. It was good. It needed the spiced that this has in it to make that better. So if you guys that knew, like, I'll look it up and see what it is next week. But with a Tahin rim, be good. Tahin rim on this, crazy pants. Crazy town banana pants. Okay, guys, that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Go watch my video from last week on surviving a nuclear apocalypse. Super interesting. I really had no idea. A lot of you guys weighed in different places than were listed. So very cool for you. But be prepared. Knowledge is power. I'm just kidding. But definitely tell your weird uncle about me. I will see you guys next week. Bye.